Hello everyone, Maurice and welcome to Things Invest. We'll talk about investing, finance, professional development. For today's video, 8 terms only. The investment we're going to talk about today will be Ethereum ticker ETH. First, just want to apologize for the rain that next to me right now. It's pouring in New York today. It was really dark for all in the sun, and then now it's like stopped pouring like crazy. So with respect to Ethereum, I just want to do like an afternoon recap. I know like it's kind of redundant. I know I did one already. We're just kind of hovering on a sideways fashion around like the $2,150 level. But I just want to like come back to revisit like how we're trending today, right? With respect to some of the news that we're having today, and what should we be expecting going forward, right? So if you saw the video already today, don't worry. Feel free to drop off. Like, there's no worry. I think we're just kind of hovering from here. But just to recap on some of the news that we got today, right? That sold off on all the equity side. Apologies again for the thunder that's next to me. With respect to the FOMC meeting that we had earlier today, Alright, so moving on to the technical analysis for Ethereum ticker ETH. I'm recording as of 3:37 p.m. on Eastern time right now. First, I want to apologize again. It's really pouring out here in New York City. It's literally like a storm outside right now. All of a sudden, it was like bright in the morning, bright in the afternoon, but hit about like 3:15 p.m. on Eastern time. It just like got really dark, and next thing you know, it just like blew up from here. So it's really crazy. So with respect to Ethereum, is trading right now like $2,166 level. And just take a look at that MACD real quick. You can see that we are kind of forming a curvature right now. So we are cooling off, which is a good sign because we're kind of hovering away and away with respect to the media expectation we've had in the last 4 consecutive days so far with respect to the JP Morgan news, right, on proof of stake adoption going forward, with respect to the $542 million bet on Ethereum from an unknown entity, with respect to the 113 different accounts onto purchasing the rates basically from 2 Thursdays ago and last Thursday, right? Also, with respect to the latest news on London Fork, right, which we are going to have some anticipatory pressure by August 4th, which is, a world debut for the transition for Ethereum, which is a massive catalyst in the market, right? And also with respect to some of the recent news with the Goldman Sachs support for Ethereum as a value proposition in their latest clients relations correspondence note. And also with respect to another trivial news, right, with respect to Barry Moore, the US congressman purchasing Ethereum, Dogecoin, and Cardano in the time frame between like May to June, about like $5,000 to $75,000 from there. So with respect to these news, obviously, percolate and pushed up the momentum for Ethereum dramatically. And with the two, pop the balloon affectation from the FOMC meeting and the job report subsequently drive up from there, right? So what I see going forward, I think, based on the RSI right now, we're kind of depleting. We're more of a neutralized level, which is a good sign, number one. And secondly, MACD, we're kind of crossing right now. So what I see going forward is that I think we have a high propensity to kind of consolidate at the sideways fashion at the $2,150 level. So congratulations to those that actually bought in at this level today. We might actually see a little bit selling pressure down to the $2,050, just like to more of a sell off to cool down a little bit more to percolate more momentum before the next push going forward, right? So that's a good level to further dollar cost average. I think these are the opportune times before the major catalysts that we'll be seeing going forward, which is one on the 21st, which is the B Word Summit that Jack Dorsey is going to debut. So I do see some anticipatory pressure from the 14th of July all the way on to 21st, right? But remember, those weeks there's a weekend in between the gap, right? So maybe buy on the weekend on the July 16th, on the weekend affectation on the 17th. When you see some selling pressure across just the weekend, the affectation, and then buy it from there to anticipate for the 21st as the summit, right? And then another catalyst that we will be anticipating going forward with respect to the London Fork on August 4th, right? That should be some anticipatory pressure that we will be seeing after the summit, obviously, right? So contingent on which side we're going to be, which side of the coin we're going to be for Ethereum by that point, we'll see, right? But we can revisit that when we're at that time frame in the future, right? So that's the play that I'm going to play with going forward. I think 2,150 again, great level of dollar cost average, just a logical perspective, right? And if we get to $2,050, even better, right? Do we see like anywhere below that? I think the likelihood will be relatively minimal, based on just the current affectation right now, and we're more of a neutralized level right now. For us to even sell down to $2,050, so we wouldn't be we'll be pretty depleted by then, right? So if we get to 1950, that would be amazing. If we get below that, that would be even more amazing, and continue to build that up for the long term value proposition, that long term capital gains that we're looking for, to build that long term generational wealth that we're looking for in the future. All right, just to recap all the numbers and the technical analysis, I think again, right, the $2,150 level is a great level to buy at, right? Knowing the fact that that's a level that we've tested basically 21 times historically so far. It's a great consolidation level, right? 2050, that's a level that I'll be eyeing at. I think I'll probably buy like 2.5 Ethereum at the $2,150 level, and then I'll buy another 2.5 Ethereum from there. So collectively, I will be having above like 50 Ethereum in total, which is I'm on my way to get to that 100 Ethereum dollars going forward, right? Which is my life goal, I guess. Me having my little dream. Respect to corporate adoption, 20%, 9,800, 4.4 times your money. So this is definitely a time to percolate, to slowly build up your long-term value proposition position going forward. So hopefully this is helpful. All right, so that's it again for the day with respect to Ethereum. I know I'm posting again, but really appreciate you guys for being so studious again and being so diligent as investors. I really appreciate you guys for the insights that you provide for me and being so helpful, in helping me with some of the scammers and spammers that I've been experiencing on my channel so far. Really appreciate you for stepping up. But yeah, again, if you have any questions, feel free to drop me a question. I'm always relatively responsive. And please hit the like button, subscribe button, and bell notification. Watch out for things coming up. Take care. Bye.